action game. So that's 2 in 3 days, which is absolutely astounding. And I'm playing Alan today. This is his first game of bolt action, which is going to be interesting. So that means I'm probably going to lose.
What that means is...
if things go as they normally go.
What that means is Kenny's going to hammer me.
No. So Alan's got British Paratroopers, and I'll give you a picture of those very shortly. A list is being written as we speak by John at Lost Ark Games. And I've got some late war Germans. I haven't used them for ages, so I've brought them out. So this is my list. It's a mix of here and Paratroopers. So we've got a veteran second lieutenant, and they're both armed with assault rifles. Then I've got 2 here squads of 8 men with NCO with a submachine gun and the rest with rifles and 1 LMG. Discount the Panzerfaust, I didn't give any of them that. So I've got 2 of those units, and then I've got another 1 here unit of 6 men with rifles, just with all rifles, just basic to make up points. And then I've got 2 paratrooper sections, and they have 1 light machine gun, 4 assault rifles, that's including one for the NCO, and the rest are rifles. So I've got 2 of those sections, and they're veterans and stubborn. I've got a medium mortar, the Stug 3, and the 222, even though for the rest of the game I call it a 232. Strange, I don't know why. Alan's paratrooper army is one that John from Strong Oak had painted up. And what we've got here, we've got the all the infantry are veterans, and the weapons teams can't take it. It's a market garden list. So we've got a second lieutenant with his mate. They've got a pistol and rifle. We've got the free artillery observer. We've got a veteran sniper. We've then got a flamethrower on the left, a Piat team on the left, and a medium machine gun. We've got 2 10-man paratrooper units, and the NCO's got a submachine gun, and so have 3 men. There's an LMG in each of the 10-man units, and then you've got rifles. There's 1 more infantry section, and that's got 10 men, but there's only 3 submachine guns, no, 4 submachine guns and 4 rifles. Yeah, so it's 8 men, in not the 10. And then we've got a 6-pounder anti-tank, and we've got a medium mortar. And that's the list. Very much a learning game for Alan, so we decided just to do a meeting engagement and just to go through the rules as best we can. And with that, it did take a bit of time to actually play the game, and we only managed to get 4 turns in. And what's even worse is that somehow, somewhere on the line, I don't seem to have turn 3 recorded, which is a bit of a pain. So I've got turn 1, turn 2 and turn 4. So very sorry for that, Alan, and everyone, but don't know where that went. So let's get on with the rest of the report. End of turn 1, and the Fallschirmjägers are moving across the field. I had to bring out my Stug before Alan's anti-tank gun, but fortunately there was not a good line of sight for him, so he's placed it over there by the wood. So he's got his mortar and his MMG in the wood covering this side of the board, and the paratroopers coming up behind the ruins and the fences. I've got my armour on that side with my armoured car. Then Fallschirmjäger unit next to them. Fallschirmjägers out here, and the mortar team, and 2 more here teams over on this side, just to put a bit of pressure on it. Only 1 bit of firing, and that came from the sniper, who put a pin on the Fallschirmjägers, but no casualties. So into turn 2. End of turn 2, and as you can see, there are 2 pins on my Stug. And that was a very lucky mortar shot from the mortar team, needing a 6, and Alan got it. So it's now targeted in, so he needs a 2 in the next turn. He didn't penetrate, which was lucky,
but I did take 2 pins. And you can see there at the end of turn 2, the artillery strike has come down. So it may well hit my tank, certainly possibly hit the tank, possibly hit the unit there, and a really lucky dice roll will get the little 232 in. Yes, so that's a risk. Over here I'm advancing forward and I've put a lot of firepower onto the unit of paras in the middle. So we've taken them down from 10 to 6. So we've done a few casualties on them, and they've got 2 pins. They should have another pin there, Alan, I think, because I've hit them with 3 units. The anti-tank gun is being moving up slowly to try and get into a better position, and I'm trying to flank over here on the right. So we'll see how that works out. So into turn 3. We've only got to the end of turn 4 because it's a learning game and we've both got to finish off. But as always with learning games, beginner's luck. Artillery strike, gets a 6, gets a glance, puts it on fire, additional pins. I need a 4 to save it on a leadership test, and I don't, and it blows up. I took a calculated risk with my armoured car, and the flamethrower team, which I have got rid of now, managed to get a 5. It needed a 5, and it got a 5 and blew it up because flamethrowers hit the top, and if it's an open top, as this one is, they get an extra bonus to it, so it really did bring the armour down, and that took that one away. I used the Fallschirm Jaegers to take a shot at the paratrooper flamethrower team. They don't get veteran in the basic market garden theatre selector. So the infantry squads do, but the actual teams don't. So Alan had to take a test on modified leadership, which dropped it down 2, and he rolled a 10, which was a bit of a shame. Well, was for Alan anyway. For me it was alright. If we call it this at the end of turn 4, a very quick little game. Not much killed. 2-1 to Alan. So I'll give Alan that win for today. Because he's got more than me. Well, no, actually, it would probably be a draw because you need to kill by 2 more.
We'll go for
than
it.
that. We'll go for a draw. An honourable draw.
As we said at the beginning, just a learning game for Alan, and yeah, I think he enjoyed himself and got to know how the rules work, and I think it'd be good. We'll try and get another game with Alan in the near future to try and get the rules a bit more concrete in his head and to get a proper 6-turn game in. So I'm going to have to get hold of Alan again and see what days he's able to get down to the game store, and we'll get another game in. So hopefully perhaps next week or the week after. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the little report, and got another game coming up against Andy very soon, another bolt action game, and we've just had a game of Rebels and Patriots with John, and another battle report will be coming up for that. So keep your eyes peeled, get subscribed, get the notification button hit so you know when the next one's up. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and catch you next time. Until the next one, take care.